16-year-old kids usually don't have much to worry about, but that is not the case for Brian Liu, who on December 18, 2010 found out that he had leukemia. And do you remember your time at the hospital?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can you tell me about it?
Well, mornings, I woke up in the morning at around, in rehab it was about 7 or 8 o'clock. No, wait, 9 o'clock. And, then I would order breakfast and all, and then we would go out, like, and go through several therapies.
Mm-hmm. And what was it like going through those therapies?
Vigorous.
And?
And well, it's like going to school and going through all the classes.
Okay. And when you first found out that you had leukemia, did you ever ask God, why me?
Yeah, this question never popped into my head, why me? But I did wonder about it, but I never really, like, complained, because what happened has already happened.
And did you feel overwhelmed by what you were going through? Share what it was like.
What do you mean by overwhelmed?
Like, you know, you have all those tests coming up, like chemotherapy, and did you ever feel overwhelmed? And
I don't think so.
No? No? Ever? Like, were you ever scared, nervous?
Yeah, when they bring a needle in, I get really nervous.
And how did you deal with cancer and its treatments? Did faith in the Lord help you get through?
Well, well, I had no other choice, but He has helped me cope.
Like how?
Like it takes my mind off things, thinking about what He's like, and like, just, you know.
Did you ever have any special encounters with Jesus?
I remember one time I prayed for my roommate. My roommate was an infant, so I prayed that, because he kept crying, so I prayed that God would give his pain to me, so that he wouldn't feel any pain. And then several minutes later, like, all of a sudden I just felt a pain in my chest, and then I was like, oh God, no, I said the wrong thing, please take it back. And then there was another time when I had another roommate, and he was very noisy. So what I prayed for, in the exact words, was that God would just make him shut up. But God didn't. He kept crying and making a lot of noise. So I just felt like God was just brushing me off and not even caring. But then after this, I told my mom about my feelings, and then she called Pastor Kwan, and Pastor Kwan told me that maybe God was he was trying to let me have tolerance for these kind of things, and then he prayed for me, and then after he hung up, the baby stopped.
And did your family or friends support you?
Yeah, my mom or my dad would be there like all the time. And one time they went to church, so my cousin came to take care of me.
What did you look forward the most when you got out of the hospital, when you were getting out of the hospital?
That's a hard question. Probably going back to normal life, like life not in the hospital, and seeing friends from church. Yeah.
And how do you keep going when did you have any negative feelings, emotions? No?
I don't
You
think
mean
so.
you stay positive through the whole time?
Well, not all the time. Just like sometimes I get really frustrated, and I just like I vent to God. But besides that, I was usually positive.
And do you have something to say for those who are going through the same thing you went through?
Trust God, and don't worry about how you're gonna go through, because you will. God won't let you go through something without a purpose.
If laughter is the measure of quality in your life, how are you doing right now on a scale from 1 to 10?
I'd say an 8 or a 9, because, well, when I was in the hospital, my parents put on Joel Osteen's messages, and I just listen to them every day. And what he does is he tells a joke at the beginning of each sermon, and that's I shared them with the nurses and doctors, and they would laugh, and the whole room would be like filled with laughter and happiness.
Okay, thank you so much for accepting my interview.
No problem.
So, now you've heard the story of Brian's miraculous journey of survival. Leave your comments and tell us what you feel. I'm Cassandra Xiao, blogger of Star Rapture blog.